Okay, I'm making a video on my Mazdaspeed Miata engine install, and I saved the time by lifting it up off of the ground, and just the back of it is resting right here. So I put a towel there, and I put a towel over this because as it goes in it touches that and it slides down it, so it'll just slide real smooth. I've moved everything out of the way, as you can see, like the wires and everything are out of the way. I polished everything up real nice, like the cross member right here. I polished it up really nice and everything, and then the steering rack. I moved the air conditioner compressor down to the floor so it's out of the way, and this is the power steering pump. I've moved it over to the side and I've tied it off so it won't fall down in there, and I moved all the electrical wires and stuff out of the way so it makes it a lot easier. And I guess I'll just show you the engine before I put it in. It's all shiny. I polished like everything up on it, but here we are. We're getting ready to install this thing. I'm just going to do it myself, so just as one person I should be able to do it here. And I got the bolts down there ready for this right here, the engine mounts, so I'll have those ready to go right there. But this is it. I'm ready to install it. I'm gonna go and take some pictures real quick. Okay, here we go. I'm just gonna slide this thing in here. There, I moved the shift lever underneath the frame of the car right there, so there's a lot of pressure pushing upwards. That's why I put that towel there over it. And I'm just going to lower it a little bit, and it should take some of the pressure off. There it goes. It's able to move really easy. Right there. I'm going to take another picture real quick. At this point, I'm just making sure that there's nothing touching anywhere, so I'll give it a quick walk around. And it looks like everything is not snagging on anything. And looks like it'll make it over the wires and stuff. improvising with the rag. Okay, I think the next thing I need to do is to get a jack and put it underneath and kind of lift the transmission up, and it will kind of tilt the engine a little bit different. What I'm doing now, I put the jack underneath about the middle of the transmission. I'm just going to lift it up, and it should make the engine go into a little bit better position here. This is where I stand right now. I got the transmission jacked up with my 2-ton floor jack back there, and you can see here's the space right here. I don't got a lot of space to work with, and I just got a little bit more until the bolt holes line up. Here's the one bolt hole right there. And here's where the engine mount is on this side, and like right here you can definitely see, you know, where the hole needs to line up with. It's kind of off by several inches, and I got a little bit of room to play with right here, but here's what it looks like underneath the car. Here's the hole for the transmission shift lever to go through, and that's where I stand now. I think all I have to do is just begin to lift up the jack, and it will get the engine in a slightly different position. And I just got to get that oil pan over the cross member right there. So I'm going to go put my camera up. Yeah, that's the trick. It's doing it. As I'm jacking that thing up, it's moving. I don't want to damage my valve cover or nothing here, so I'm going to put this rag in there so nothing scratches. There we go. I got my rag in there, and it's about as far as the engine can go here. Boy, not much room to work with here. Now it's just going to take some finesse. Okay, this is what I did. It took me a while to finesse this, but I put this engine mount, it's the driver's side engine mount. There's one hole for it, and my engine was kind of tilted this way. So what I did is I just put a piece of rubber, and I let this bolt rest up here, and then I lowered the engine. And it tilted the engine, and it slid right into the bolt hole on the other side. all I gotta do is just I put a bolt onto the engine mount. All I gotta do is just raise this up a little bit and pull this rubber out of there, and it will fall right into a slit, and I'll show you the slit here in a second. Okay, there it is. It fell into place, and there's like a slit that it falls into, and this is the final engine mount that you want to put in. You put the driver's side in first. There's like a hole there, and then there's a slit over here, so that you can kind of like drop the engine down, and then that bolt will fall right into the slit, and it makes it a lot easier than to put it into the slit first and then have to try to put it into a tiny little hole. But that's it. My engine's all installed, and I pretty much did it on my own. So if you really need to, it might take some time and finesse, but you could get it in by yourself. So there's my Mazdaspeed Miata engine installation video. I hope that helped somebody out.